I shan't go any further than that.
I don't want you to go any further. I just want to thank you for giving us all such a good time in Lumley Castle. I was going to say Lambton Castle, but it's in Lumley Castle. You know there are strange stories about this place too.
Yes,
a monk through Lady, what would you call Lily Lumley off the tower.
I didn't know that.
No, you see, I'm teaching you something now, aren't I?
I'm pleased you came.
You teach me something. What is the next song? What are you going to sing?
We're singing The Rhythm of Life.
The Rhythm of Life.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us tonight. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And the rhythm of life is a powerful beat, puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm in the bedroom, rhythm in the street, yes, the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. And the rhythm of life is a powerful beat, puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm in the bedroom, rhythm in the street, yes, the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. The rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Swing to Daddy, hit the floor and crawl to Daddy. Daddy, we've got the rhythm of life, of life, of life, of life. Yeah!
The Felling Male Voice Choir, they bring to an end our weekend trip to Newcastle on Tyne. Now, next weekend, we're off to the city of spires and choirs, of town and gown, that's the city of Oxford, where I hope we may have the pleasure of your company. Till then, good night.
And we find Russell in Oxford at 10 o'clock on Friday evening.
Swing to Daddy, hit the floor and crawl to Daddy. Daddy, we've got the rhythm of life, of life, of life, of life. Yeah!
Holland next week to take part in celebrations to mark the 40th anniversary of the liberation of the Netherlands. The members of the Felling Male Voice Choir, a group formed 65 years ago to perform and enjoy choral music. The choir has, over its history, won hundreds of trophies and awards. It's now recognised as one of the leading male voice choirs in Britain, performing recently on the Russell Harty Show. Teddy Baker has been looking at the history of the choir during a time of changing musical styles.
Music was my first love, and it will be my last. Music of the future, and music of the
The style of the singing may have changed over the years, but one thing hasn't with Felling Male Voice Choir, and that's simply the pleasure choir members find in this kind of harmony. The choir was formed just after the First World War. It soon attained and sustained a musical excellence which has seen them win hundreds of awards and trophies over the years. And that tradition goes on. Tom Usher returned from the trenches to join the choir at the age of 20. A retired local government official, he's now 86, but remembers the beginning as if it were yesterday.
On a Sunday afternoon in September 1919, the Felling Wesleyan Methodist Church were celebrating their Harvest Festival, and the church choir was singing a cantata as part of the services. And in that cantata was a part set aside for male voices, and there were 9 men in the choir, of which I was one, and we sang that particular part. Well, I must remind you that in those days there was no television and no radio, so we had to make our own music. Consequently, there was a demand for our services. And in 1920, the number had increased from 9 to 19.
The choir has a tremendous history, of course. It was formed in 1920. I think one of the things that the choir is probably very proud of is the fact that I'm only the 3rd conductor, and that's saying something. The 2 predecessors, Mr. Mearis and Mr. Williams, did a marvellous job throughout the years building up the choir to the standard it is now, and that's really what is meant by the Felling tradition, because there has been that continuity, and not many choirs can really boast that, I don't think.
It was a great joy for us when we won the Festival of Britain in the Royal Festival Hall, and at the close of the festival, Mr. Mearis received on behalf of the choir the festival trophy from Princess Elizabeth, now Queen Elizabeth, and we have that trophy still. That was, for me, the highlight of Mr. Mearis's career in the musical world as far as the competitive work was concerned. The news had got to Felling that we had been successful, and unknown to us, there was a civic reception in the Felling Square, and the crowd to await us there was tremendous. As a matter of fact, we had to have police protection there. The crowd was so dense.
Felling Male Voice Choir. Grand lads, every one of them. We'll have the weather